Hi guys, my name is Anna Adorable and I'm going to be talking about my freshman year at UT Austin while doing my makeup. So I just finished my freshman year at UT and I'm about to be a sophomore and I'm studying economics. And so I thought I'd just talk about everything that happened to me freshman year. I'm basically going to be doing like a natural look. I don't usually use foundation or primer. When I started at UT, my plan was I didn't get into my major of architecture, and so I decided to just go to UT and be part of like the liberal arts school, and then I tried to like get my GPA up and work hard to eventually be able to transfer to the architecture school. At UT, the classes were really difficult. I was taking 5 classes and they were really difficult because I was taking like pre-calc, I was taking my UGS class, which is like a required class for freshmen to take, and it stands for undergraduate studies, and that class that I chose was really difficult. And then I was taking like my rhetoric and writing class, and then I was taking a linguistics class, which I really loved, by the way. I loved that class. And I was taking government. So I was taking like many like core classes, which I would not recommend, but I was doing it because I was making sure I was getting like the required classes I would need. But anyways, those classes were so difficult to do all at once, especially pre-cal. I meant to say Calc 1. It was so difficult. Like, I was studying so hard to make sure, like, I wasn't failing that class. But anyways, yeah, the classes at UT were hard. And government, that class kicked my butt. Like, there were thousands of students in that class. And it was just difficult because they couldn't talk to every single student, you know? So they were basically just like, I talked about this in my other video, but they were basically like, it felt like they were trying to get rid of like students, you know, as in like, because the class was so big. It felt like they weren't trying to like help every student out, because you have to like, obviously you have to go to them to get help. But I don't know, it's like, because there were so many students in that government class, they're basically making it very difficult for everyone. And so that kind of like gets rid of some students if they fail, you know, or if they drop out the class, and then there's less students in that class. And at UT, it's kind of like they're trying to get rid of students. It sounds really bad, but I feel like that's really what's up, you know? So after my first semester, my GPA was like right on the line to like being what I needed to transfer to the architecture school. I needed like a certain GPA, and I was like right on the borderline of it, and because of some of my grades, I didn't get in. And it was so annoying because the letter grades at UT are like A minus, then B plus, B minus. And so for the classes that I really worked hard in, I had gotten A minuses in, and I was really hoping to get an A in them because that would have really helped out with my GPA. But I don't know, somehow my grades were just not good enough, and so basically my GPA was just not good, and then I wasn't able to transfer. And for architecture, you are only allowed to apply like in the spring. So I would have, because I couldn't apply in the spring for the fall semester, I was like, I'd have to wait another year. And so basically I was so mad. I was sad because I couldn't apply, and I would have had to wait another year, and I was like, I can't just keep waiting around, you know? So my options were to either switch colleges, but like I wasn't sure if I could. I didn't want to think about having to change colleges and the complications with that. Obviously you would do it if you really wanted to, you know, be in that major, but I guess that just indicated to me that like if I wasn't willing to change colleges for my major, then I guess it wasn't that important to me. And so I decided I guess I should major in something else. And so I was taking an economics class in the spring, and it was very difficult, but it was interesting to me, and it's part of the liberal arts school, so I was like, maybe I'll try to major in economics. So that's what I'll be majoring in for now until I like it. I don't know. But so far, it's interesting to me, and my brow is like horrible. So far, it's interesting to me. By the end of the semester at UT, I was just not feeling it. Like, I thought, is this the right college for me? Because everyone just seems like not as friendly as I thought they would be. Like, you walk around campus and it's like this one time, I mean, this is just one person, you know, but there was like this person who like gave someone like this look, and it was just like really mean, and I was like, is that what people at UT are like? But that's just one person, you know. And like, I don't know, I just feel like the environment around UT is like, it's cool and like lively because it's Austin and it's fun, but for my experience, I feel like everyone's sad and like stressed, and like it doesn't, I thought, I had the expectation that everyone at UT would be all like, you know, friendly, but that's just not what I got from everyone. I don't know. I still love UT though, because like the campus is nice, there's lots of resources and tutoring. It's just very difficult, and I should have expected that already. It is like a very difficult university to get into. So now we're doing the wing eyeliner. Freshman year, everyone joins these student organizations. They're basically kind of like a sorority and fraternity, but it's not like that expensive. Like a group, you know. So there are so many student organizations around UT, and they're all tabled up on Speedway, which is the street that everyone walks on. I really wanted to be in the student organization. I've been wanting to be in it since I was like in high school, and so I applied to it. I went to like their meetings, and I heard that it was like very competitive to get into. And so on one of the meetings, there were like so many girls there, and I was like, I don't even know how I'm going to get into these. And so I applied to like a few different student organizations, and I didn't get into the one I really wanted to get into. And so that kind of made me feel like sad, I guess, because I was like, I'm not going to be able to do anything. But I don't know. Part of me, when I was at the meetings, there were so many people there, and it just felt so like rushed, and like you had to like act like you were someone to like get accepted into it. You had to like really put yourself out there to talk to people, you know. And I don't know, it just felt like, part of me was like, oh, it kind of feels like a sorority, because it's all like girly and all that stuff. But I mean, I still want to be in one, but I feel like I'm kind of glad I wasn't part of it my freshman year, because there was like so much stuff I had to do and work on, and I don't know how I would have balanced that. Oh my god. This is gonna sound so bad, but like my roommate and I were like talking, and we are just both like, we're not happy with where we are, you know, like we thought UT was just gonna be like this great experience, you know. And we were like, I wonder what it would have been like to go to A&M. And which, if you don't know, A&M's like our rival school, sort of. And my cousin goes there, and her family went there too. And we were both like, what if we would have gone to A&M? Like, would it have been any different, you know? Because I hear that people at A&M are like really friendly and nice. It's just all about like how you put yourself out there, you know? Like, if I had joined a sorority and if I had done more things, then maybe it wouldn't have been that, you know, weird or not like as lonely. So that's what this eye looks like. So my professors, I will say, the professors that I've talked to and the TAs I have talked to, they were really helpful. Like, you just have to like have the initiative to talk to them, because they're not just gonna go up to you, you know. Like, especially my favorite class, which was that linguistics class, The TAs were so helpful, and the professor like really cared about us learning, and it was so interesting. Like, I'm glad I took that class because my core classes were just not it, you know? Like, there were so many kids in that class, and I just felt like a dummy, you know, at UT. Like, I'm sure everyone feels that way, but like, for UT, it's like everyone's so competitive at UT. Like sometimes when I was talking to some people, they'd make me feel really dumb. I can't believe people are like that, you know? Like we're supposed to be like friends with each other and like on each other's side. I will say, part of like what kind of helped me with my experience at UT, or just like living and going to college in Austin, I like going out and exploring the city, and so on the weekends I would like go out with my friend and just go around town, you know, and that kind of made me feel better about like, it was nice to like get away and do something, you know, on the weekends. When you're in Austin, there's so much to do, and if you're not feeling it in college, you have the weekends to have fun, you know. Oh, this side does not look good. Well, I've been out walking. I don't do that much talking these days. These days. And all the times I had the chance. Okay, what else? I mean, my roommate I really loved hanging out with my roommate. Like, she was so, like, I felt like we understood each other. Like, we were able to, like, vent about things and just talk about things. And so, I would say, if I didn't have, like, her, I would have been, like, extra sad and lonely. Like, college, I would have felt like I was the only one. We were both going through things, you know, and so, knowing that, like, I wasn't the only one was just, like, was, like, good for me, you know? I didn't have any friends going to UT because they all, like, either went to, like, community college or the college that was in Dallas from my hometown. And so, basically, there were kids from my school that got into UT, but they were, like, the smart kids, and I didn't really talk to them. So, I didn't really know anyone, you know? It's just freshman year, you know? Like, there's so much more that can happen in the future. And I guess it's fine that, like, I mean, I still have more to experience, you know, and it's like, I'm not saying that UT is a bad school. It's a great school. It's just, it's not what I was expecting, you know. I just had, like, I had high expectations. And I feel like that's with every college, you know. Make sure you're, like, prioritizing your time and you have a calendar, because you will have a lot of things to do at UT and like deadlines, and the work will keep coming and piling up. So just make sure you're like on top of that stuff and like not having too much fun. I said this in the last video too, but like just make sure you're like eating and like taking care of your health, and like if you need to talk to someone, just please talk to someone. Just for the record, if you haven't done a campus tour at UT, you're gonna be walking a lot if your classes aren't like by each other. And you will be getting good exercise. I mean, I don't know how it'll be this year, but campus is huge. There's lots of food options available. GPA-wise, don't worry about your GPA that much. Unless you're, like, really, like, trying to get into, like, graduate school or, like, medical school. Yeah, that's important. But, like, if you're just, like... Oh, my God. GPA is not honestly that important other than that, because you don't really need a certain GPA. Like, you don't need a 4.0 to pass college. Like, study and pass the class, but like it's not like that important, you know? Like, don't stress about having a 4.0. Like, you will still pass even if you have like a 3 point whatever, or you know, like currently my GPA is like, at the end of fall semester, my GPA was like I'm not even gonna lie, a 2.9. or something like that. And then spring semester, it went up to like a 3 point something, 3.2, I don't know. And so I'm happy about that, like you're gonna have 4 years to like bring your GPA up, but it's really not like that important to have like a 4.0, unless of course, like I said, you're trying to get into medical school or graduate school. I hope this doesn't scare y'all if you're an incoming freshman. I think you guys got it. If I got through it, y'all can get through it. Like if you're just struggling, just make sure you talk to someone, and like don't be too hard on yourself, like with grades. It's just, a grade. There's so many resources you can do to like help you guys in classes. So something cool that really happened at UT, which I'm kind of mad about because I was in my dorm studying like almost all of these times that happened. But anyways, last year, Jimmy Fallon and Matthew McConaughey and Joe Jonas, Sophie Turner, they were like all on campus. Even David Dobrik was on campus, right next to my like off-campus apartment building, whatever. It had like so many missed opportunities, but that part was like really fun and interesting because like so many things are happening around Austin. So it's fun to like be going to a college that's like right in the city, and I mean that's the like main reason why I chose UT. Matthew McConaughey is like a professor at UT. He helps out another professor for their film class, which you can't really get into unless you're like in the major and like have been studying the major for a while. But anyways, Matthew is always like around campus, and Jimmy Fallon did a show in the fall, and some people got tickets to it, but I didn't. My roommate did, though. Yeah, Jimmy Fallon did like a show at UT. He had like Chip and Joanna Gaines there, and Matthew McConaughey was on the show, of course. And they jumped on, like, for one of their footages, like for their YouTube channel, they like jumped into the fountain like right by my dorm, and that, like, you can see that fountain from the view of my dorm. So I can't believe I didn't know that was happening. But anyways, and another time, Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner and Matthew McConaughey again were doing this short little like episode for Quibi, and they walked around like the art museum that's like right behind my building. And again, I wasn't there. I was in my room studying. I guess a little tip is to like be updated on like Twitter and like the UT Barstool Longhorn account. You should follow. They're really funny and they post videos around UT. But I don't know how these people like know about it, but I wish I had known so I could have been there during all these opportunities. But it's cool knowing that like these people were on campus. So I hope this video was helpful to y'all. I wish I could think of more things to say. Thank y'all for listening to me and watch me do my makeup really badly. See y'all in the next video.